Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 14th of May. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app, and here you can get the current affairs in quiz format as well as in the easy digest format. And this is how you can attempt the quiz in this app. Now, for regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The name of Telegram channel is GK Today YouTube. Now one more thing, we have started a new channel, Civils Academy, and in this channel relevant content will be provided in Hindi. So you can subscribe to this channel by clicking the channels tab of this GK Today, or I will post the link in pinned comment. So now let's start. As per the new guidelines issued regarding the Arogya Setu app, what is the maximum number of days the data can be stored? So recently, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology issued guidelines in the context of Arogya Setu app, and as per these guidelines, the storage of data beyond 180 days is prohibited. That means maximum 6 months, and after that data cannot be stored, and users can seek the deletion of their data from the government records. It is important to note that any kind of violation of these guidelines by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology are punishable under Disaster Management Act of 2005. Now this Arogya Setu app was developed under the guidelines of NIC, that is National Informatics Center, and recently this app was in news because of the privacy issue. Now in the context of privacy, there are two important things. First is Puttaswamy case, and in this case Supreme Court upheld that privacy is a fundamental right in our country. Second thing related to privacy is Sri Krishna Committee. So this committee suggested and recommended that India should have a specific data protection law to ensure the privacy online. Now there is one more term associated with this data protection, and that is GDPR, that is General Data Protection Regulation, and it is associated to European Union. Which Indian state has launched the new initiative FIR Aapke Dwar? So it is an initiative by Madhya Pradesh government, and as per this initiative, if you want to lodge an FIR, you need not to go to police station. Someone from the police will come at your home and they will lodge an FIR. You just need to dial 100 and then they are going to visit you and FIR will be lodged. Now this initiative was launched in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently it became the first state in country to provide midday meal ration. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently it was announced that all the policemen who rendered their services in the fight against Corona will be honored with Karamveer medal. Madhya Pradesh was also in news because of Sanjeevani vehicle, and this vehicle was designed to test the suspected patients of coronavirus without any contact. That means for the contactless investigation of suspected positive cases of coronavirus. What is the name of helpline launched by Union MHRD Minister for the students of Central University of Odisha? So the name of this helpline is Bharosa, and this was launched by Mr. Ramesh Nishank at the Central University of Odisha, and this was launched through a virtual platform. Now what is the objective of this helpline? The objective of this helpline is to provide cognitive emotional rehabilitation during this COVID-19 period. That means it is going to provide emotional support to the students. How many mandis, that means markets, are to be integrated with eNAM platform before 15th of May as per the target of Agriculture Ministry? So what is eNAM? eNAM stands for Electronic National Agriculture Market. So as per the target, more and more markets will be integrated with the eNAM platform. Now recently the Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar launched integration of 117 additional wholesale mandis with eNAM platform. So after this integration, the total number of online mandis became 962 and the target is 1,000 mandis before 15th of May. Present Agriculture Minister is Narendra Singh Tomar. His constituency is Morena in Madhya Pradesh. Next question is, which country won the inaugural FIDE Chess.com Online Nations Cup? So, China won this Online Nations Cup, whereas India was on 5th position. USA was on 2nd position, while China was the winner. It is important to note that this was a chess tournament and it was organized online. Now recently, Karnataka government organized another chess tournament named Checkmate COVID. So this chess tournament was organized by Karnataka and the money from this tournament will be used in fight against coronavirus. Who is the first Indian to win the Fed Cup Hart Award for Asia or Oceania zone? So recently, Sania Mirza, who is a tennis player, became the first Indian to win the Fed Cup Hart Award, and the winners were determined through online voting. Now this Fed Cup Hart Award is an initiative of ITF. What is ITF? It is International Tennis Federation, and this was started in 2009 to recognize the Fed Cup players for their commitment and courage. Now the headquarters of ITF is in London in UK. In fact, the most recent summit of NATO also held in UK, and recently, that means in 2019, NATO completed 70 years. NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and recently Republic of North Macedonia joined NATO as 30th member. The headquarters of NATO is in Belgium in Brussels. Which Indian sportsperson is set to take charge as the president of Paralympic Committee of India? So, she is Deepa Malik, and recently she announced her retirement so that she can take charge as the president of Paralympic Committee of India. And she is the first Indian who won the Paralympic silver medal, and she is the only para-athlete to be given the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. So, she won her silver medal at 2016 Rio Games. Rio is in Brazil. It is Rio de Janeiro. President of Brazil is Jair Bolsonaro, and he was the chief guest of this year's Republic Day ceremony. What is the theme of International Nurses Day? So the theme was Nursing the World to Health. So every year on 12th of May, this Nurses Day is celebrated, and this is celebrated to mark the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, and this year it is the 200th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. And WHO, that is World Health Organization, has declared 2020 as Year of Nurse and Midwife. WHO was also in news as recently USA decided to stop the funding of WHO. Headquarters of WHO is in Geneva, and Dr. Tedros Adhanom is the chief of WHO. Betty Wright, who recently passed away, was associated with which profession? Right answer is singing. So she was a Grammy winner and she passed away recently. Now apart from her, recently Jerry Stiller passed away, and he was well-known comedian from USA. Which Indian organization administers the Social Security scheme Atal Pension Yojana? So recently this Atal Pension Yojana was in news because it completed 5 years. This scheme was launched in 2015 and it is managed by PFRDA, that is Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. And this Atal Pension Yojana provides a minimum guaranteed pension from Rs 1,000 to 5,000 on attaining the age of 60 years. Now this PFRDA is a statutory body and it works under DFS. What is DFS? It is Department of Financial Services, and this department is under FinMin, that is Finance Ministry. Which Union Ministry has launched a management information system named Champions Portal? So this was launched by MSME Ministry. So Union Ministry launched this Champions Portal, and this is going to provide solutions for the problems related to MSME sector. Champions stands for Creation and Harmonious Application of Modern Processes for increasing the output and national strength. You need not to remember the full form, but you should be aware that it is an initiative of Ministry of MSME. Present Minister is Nitin Gadkari, his constituency is Nagpur, and recently he launched India's first intercity electric bus service, and this bus service operates from Pune to Mumbai. Sero survey that is proposed to be conducted by ICMR involves the predominant testing of which sample. So it is related to blood, and recently it was in news that ICMR and NCDC, that is National Center for Disease Control, and ICMR are going to launch Sero survey at district level, and this survey involves the testing of blood serum, and this will be done in the context of COVID-19. Sebastian Vettel, who is set to leave Ferrari at the end of 2020 season, belongs to which country? So he is from Germany, and recently he announced that he is going to leave Ferrari at the end of 2020 season. What is Airlens minus Corona that was seen in news recently? So it is a disinfectant robot, and a team of IIT and Stanford alumni have developed a technology named Airlens minus Corona, and it has received a certification from NABL. What is NABL? It is National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. So this is a robot, and it can travel to hospitals and other crowded places, and it can disinfect the surface with water-based technology. Indian sportsperson Manmeet Singh Walia, who passed away recently, was associated with which sports? So he was associated with table tennis, and he was the former national table tennis champion of India. He passed away recently in Canada. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover important news. So first news is related to Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. That means self-reliant India. So recently Prime Minister of India announced a relief package worth rupee 20 lakh crores under this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan initiative. And for this, the focus is going to be on self-reliance. And for this, Prime Minister emphasized 5 pillars of self-reliance. These 5 pillars are economy, infrastructure, system, demography, and last one is demand. Next news is related to restart. So recently on 11th of May, National Technology Day was celebrated, and on this occasion TDB, that is Technology Development Board, in association with CII, organized this restart. What is the full form of restart? It stands for Reboot the Economy Through Science, Technology and Research Translations. Now this TDB is under DST, that is Department of Science and Technology. Next news is related to GI tag. So recently 2 new products were given GI tag. One is Sohrai Khowar and another product is Telia Rumal. So this is associated to Telangana, and this product Sohrai Khowar is associated to Jharkhand, and to be specific, it is associated to the Hazaribagh district of Jharkhand. GI stands for Geographical Indication. Next news is related to Gujarat, as recently Gujarat made it mandatory to ensure digital payment for home delivery in Ahmedabad to avoid any kind of contact. Recently Ahmedabad was also in news as second tallest statue of Sardar Patel was inaugurated in Ahmedabad. Next news is related to CIBRC. What is CIBRC? It is Central Insecticides Board and Registration Committee. So recently this committee has recommended the ban of use of 2 antibiotics for agricultural purpose, and these 2 antibiotics are streptomycin and tetracycline. So the CIBRC recommended the ban. Why? Because these 2 were being misused and overused. This CIBRC was set up by Agriculture Ministry in 1970. Why it was established? To regulate the use of insecticides. What is insecticide? Insecticide means something that is used to kill insects. Next news is related to ACE2 enzyme. So recently a research was published in European Health Journal, and as per that research, men are more vulnerable to COVID-19 as compared to women. Why so? Because of the presence of this ACE2 enzyme. This ACE2 enzyme in the human body is the key factor that enables the COVID-19 to infect human cells, and the study found that the levels of ACE2 enzymes are more in men, and therefore they are more vulnerable to COVID-19 as compared to their female counterparts. And next news is related to Uttar Pradesh, as the state government of Uttar Pradesh banned the transfer of employees for 2020 to 2021 season till further orders. And recently, Telangana became the first state in our country to regulate the cultivation of crops. As per the official statement of Chief Minister of Telangana, the state government will limit the growing of paddy to 50 lakh acres. Next news is related to SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and recently the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting was organized, and this was under the presidency of Russian Foreign Minister. It is important to note that this year's SCO is going to be in St. Petersburg. India is a permanent member of SCO, and India and Pakistan became the SCO members after Astana Summit in 2017. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing, even though the name of organization is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Next news is related to Twitter, as recently Twitter announced that it will allow its employees to work from home even after the end of this COVID-19 crisis. Next news is related to Gujarat, as recently Gujarat High Court held that there were irregularities in the election in the Dholka constituency of Gujarat during the state legislative assembly elections. And to examine the verdict of Gujarat High Court, recently Election Commission of India constituted a 3-member committee. Election Commission of India is a constitutional body under Article 324 of Indian Constitution. Now, homework for you. Recently, a term pohar was in news. Answer in comment box, what is it? Second homework is that who started the Hitwada newspaper? So, it was English weekly newspaper, and recently that personality was in news because of his birth anniversary. Third thing is you need to study about the difference between ELISA based testing and RNA based testing of COVID-19. And last one is recently Jalmay Khalilzad was in news. He is associated to which field? One more is EESL, that is Energy Efficiency Services Limited. So it was in news because of smart metering. Answer in comment box, it is associated to which ministry? So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.